Hi and welcome to mine and Forrest's very first episode of Chasing Legends, which we're very excited about, aren't we, Forrest?
Super excited.
We're really happy to be back at Cannock Chase again after our first little investigation we did here recently. We've come to an area called Parr's Warren. The reason that we're here is that it's purportedly had sightings of the famous black-eyed children here, which we're quite keen to find. There was a story of a lady and her daughter a few years back who actually came face to face with one, reportedly, believed it was a real girl, went to help her, and then she disappeared. There's also been the sound of blood-curdling screams in this area, and hikers and cyclists have gone to investigate, never to find the source of those screams. Another thing we've discovered since we've been out here today is there was a series of murders in the 1960s, and Parr's Warren was a location where some of the things went on, which are quite abhorrent. We have had a chat about it. We're not going to be calling out anybody to do with that because we don't think it's respectful to people that are still alive today that would have known them. So we're just going to see what we can get out here and hopefully get some good paranormal shtick.
I think there'll be a different atmosphere to last time because we know what's happened in the area, so we'll just wait and see.
Yeah.
What comes through on the ghost box, and if anything happens, it'll be really interesting.
And also, this might give the impression we've just arrived. We haven't just arrived. We've been walking around for 2 hours and 45 minutes to get to this point. In fact, we went past this already, didn't we?
Yeah,
once before.
And now, so if we turn round to show the sky,
sorry.
You clobbered me with your road jack. But this is the amazing sunset that you probably just missed, but that's the glowing sky. So we're going to head over the brow of that hill yonder behind Jon and see if there's any paths into the darkness, because that woods is pretty black in there.
It is indeed.
So, yeah, let's see where we head off to.
Alright, let's get cracking.
Hello and good evening, people. We have now set up camp. So we've just put our lights on, settled, I've got the cameras out, ready to go. What I'm just going to do now is put the old REM pod on. Ooh. So I'm going to put that over in this creepy dark bit. Right in the middle. Already going off. Stop. Thank you. Okay, so we'll hear if that goes off. Who knows what we're going to find tonight, Jon?
And we've got some cat balls over. That's good with this torch. Look at that. I can pinpoint them. So we've got one there. There's one over there.
Over there.
And one over there.
Okay, they're by the trees so we know where they are. Okay, got my little tripod out, so bear with us. I've got a little teddy for a trigger object for any little sprites that might be around the area. What also we're going to do with the ghost... Sorry, here I am. What I'm going to do with the ghost box is one of us will have these on, with the ghost box going through there, so we won't be able to hear the person that's asking the questions, and I, or whoever's got the headphones on, will speak out what we hear on the spirit box. So that'll be kind of like blind ghosting. So I'm quite excited about that actually. We're all well out here, still in me t-shirt, got our mosquito spray on, because last time Jon got attacked, didn't he? He got his neck bitten.
I'm the tasty one out of us two.
Well, I did have one on my buttock, actually. It bit me on the buttocks. Torch is ready, so we'll just give you a bit of a snippet while we're here. I'm going to put on the ghost box for a few minutes.
And like last time, I'm also going to be using the Ghost Tube app as well as the SLS camera feature as well.
Ooh, invisible.
That was fast.
That was.
Okay, we had one word response already. Invisible.
Does it mean I can't see them, Jon, and they're around?
Well, who knows?
What are these weird noises?
Yeah, but
I keep hearing like white, almost like white noise, isn't it? That is actually the ghost box, but there's, I don't know if you can hear the crickets. Yeah, crickets.
It's a lot louder than the first place we went to, that was pretty dead for all
Yeah.
sorts of noise. This is...
There's a breeze as well, so I don't feel dead. Like last time, it was so just devoid of anything breezy or noise or anything like that. So,
And there's been... We went to a little bit of woods further along, and there was some creepy looking human activity that had happened that we weren't very sure about, so we left there.
yeah, that was a little bit weird.
Weird little shacks that had been built, and a karate belt hanging from a tree and things like that, so
Yeah.
we didn't fancy that one.
A child's karate belt.
Yeah. And also what looked like possible graves dug into the ground.
Yeah.
So yeah, not...
Yeah, squares, and you can see all the soil that's been thrown out and all the moss has grown on it. It's like, why would they be in the middle of the woods?
Yeah.
Don't like it there. As it happens, behind us here, I don't know if you can see, guys, but we do have a kind of sunset. There we go. So it is open that way. So we have got a get out, escape route should any karate chopping murderers come out of the forest. Do you want to have a go at wearing these first, or do you want me to wear them first? And
You have a go with them first.
Alright, I'll put them on first.
So this is the Estes method, isn't it?
Yeah, this is blind ghosting. Okay, so John's going to ask questions. I won't be able to hear him, and I am going to tell you what the ghost box says. Hey. No. I don't want to.
Is there anybody with us now that could speak to Forrest using the device that she's got? We don't mean any harm at all. We come in peace.
I didn't mean it.
I didn't mean it. Yeah.
What's that?
Are you referring to the device?
In the window.
In the window? That's a lot of stuff coming through there.
Paranoid.
I am a bit, to be honest. How many spirits are with us?
Active.
Could you give me a number of how many spirits are with us?
Several.
Several? Who's speaking to us now?
In the morning something, I couldn't make out what it said then. There's quite a lot going on in here.
Could you give me a name of who's communicating with us? Or a name of any of the spirits that are with us at the moment?
Bert.
Bert? Is it just you, Bert?
Ooh, that was a garbled one.
Why are you here, Bert? What's the reason that you're here talking to us now? Are you still with us?
Right, outside.
Are you associated with the
Get
military?
out!
That's nice.
That was a real loud one.
Well, we're here to be quite friendly to you, so hopefully you can do us the courtesy of being friendly to us. Are you associated with the military cemetery that's just behind us?
Ooh. past the void.
At this point, you can hear what sounds like a female murmur in the background if you listen very carefully, and I seem to notice this as well. After reviewing my phone footage, it sounds like a motorbike or a performance car in the background.
Oh, something really. Oh, then.
Great.
Oh, that went through me. It's gone a bit quieter now.
Bert, if you are still with us, there's some devices on the floor over by the trees. If you touch them, they will light up and let us know that you're here. You can touch any of the balls or the device with 2 prongs.
Come on. Sudden.
It's a strange atmosphere here. It's
I'm going to come out of the ghost box now.
yeah.
Thank you
It's
for talking to me on this device. I'm going to turn it off now. Thank you. Bye then. Oh,
bye. It's a
that
bye.
was quite a friendly. Bye then.
Wow. So,
Ooh,
how much could you hear of me speaking? Could you?
I couldn't hear you. All I could hear then was you said about the balls because there was
Okay.
nothing coming through.
So, I asked, what is that?
What is that?
So I asked how many spirits are with us.
Mm.
You said several.
Okay.
What was that?
There's a lot of noise these times. There is a light on in a house or a building over there. I think it's part of that building we passed. Can you see it? I can see it from here.
So yeah, you said several to the question of how many spirits were with us. I asked who was with us, and the name Bert came out.
Bert. Yeah, I said Bert.
I asked a few other questions like why was he here? Didn't really get much of a response. It was around that time I think that you got Get Out on there.
I could have heard. I sworn I heard somebody scream. Then I know that sounds very cliche, but a loud exclamation, like a little girl. It's pitch black in there.
I didn't hear anything myself, but
It's almost like
I was
but
talking.
a child. Continue, John.
So yeah, there were some interesting responses coming through on that.
It'd be
Definitely.
interesting to watch it back.
Yeah. Cool. I'll
So
shut
you can
this one off.
you can have a go at that in a bit, and we will record it. So I'm a little bit on edge, to be honest.
I feel on edge. I don't know if I feel on edge because of paranormal stuff though. I feel a little bit on edge because we're somewhere where there could quite easily be other people, and that's my
And it
main
is a
concern.
Saturday night as well, isn't it? So it's the night that people might come up and get a bit of loving.
Yeah. So for me, it's actual people that I would be worried about. So
Yeah. And to be honest with you, anyone that kind of comes towards us is going to be weirder than us, because why would you come up to 2 people
Yeah.
trying to talk to ghosts in the woods at night?
exactly. Yeah.
Well, there's quite a lot going on here actually in this area.
Yeah.
And it's kind of negative, isn't it? What we've
Yeah.
experienced when we've been reading up on it. John's forwarded me a bit of stuff, and it's like, ooh, really? So there's
we've-
going to be a different vibe, isn't there, tonight?
We've researched stuff that happened a few decades ago that is really horrible, and we've said that we're not going to call out any people to do with that because there's obviously still going to be relatives and friends alive that might know them, and it's a bit disrespectful. However, we can't stop what comes through as evidence for us. So if any of the names match up that we know about, that's going to be really interesting. Are you quite done? Yeah, we don't have breaks, we just eat and drink while we're doing our thing. So.
Oh, good entertainment for the masses.
Is there anybody with us currently? If there is, we've got some devices on the floor that if you touch will let us know you're here by lighting up lots of pretty colours. We are here to learn about you and communicate with you. This device will pick up, hopefully, on where you are and show me in the form of a stick figure. Just to test it, Forrest, I'm just going to look at you with it.
No worries.
See? So it's picked Forrest up immediately as a stick figure. So if it picks anything else up as a stick figure, I mean, it might decide that a tree is a stick person. It's gone a bit out of focus or something. There we go.
My torch on it now. Your torch is good enough, isn't it?
I've got my head torch doubling up as well. So when a figure is detected on this app, it uses augmented reality to do this. It's actually quite clever. So the minute it picked you up, it alerted me with a noise and showed a green stick figure over you. And like the standard GhostTube app, I haven't had anything from this at home, nothing at all, other than when I'm directing it at real people. So if it picks anything up,
It could be badgers and deer and
yeah.
foxes and stuff. I swear, if something runs at me out of these woods, I'm going Kung Fu destroy mode.
I think the good thing is that we're both really quite violent people. So, yeah, it's kind of like, well, good luck
Yeah.
is all I'll say.
I mean, they've got any chance against us, have they? Really, John, with your jiu-jitsu, you know.
My pure rage, my
15
camping hammer.
15 years of jiu-jitsu training, you know, and I'm amazing with rope darts, and just that throat punch. It's my speciality, you know, like Kill Bill had that. I do that, but in your throat, you won't even notice. You'll be down in a second. You won't know what's hit you. So we're pretty safe, really.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say that loud?
Yeah, I'm not getting anything on here.
There's not much going on with cat balls. There's not much going on with a REM pod until obviously I stood on it. Do you want to have a go with the headphones?
Yes. Yeah.
Are there any spirits here with me and John that would like to communicate through the device he's wearing? You can speak to him on there and he will be able to pick words out. We also have a little bear here if there's any little spirits, young spirits that want to come and
Don't touch it.
sit with the bear there.
It was a female voice. Don't touch.
Don't touch it. Oh.
I dare you.
Oh, I'm sorry, my love. I'm not a violent person. I just want to communicate with you on a friendly level.
Male voice. You're alone.
I'm not alone. I'm with John. And I'm protected by a force much greater than luck. You can't hurt us, we are protected. All we wouldn't like to do is talk to you.
Female voice, hold it together.
I am holding it together. Are you trying to scare us? Is that what you'd like to do? We're only here as friends. We don't mean any harm to anybody. Can you tell us what your name is, please? We're not scared of you, and we don't want you to be scared of us either. Please step forward.
You will be, male voice.
Would you like us to be scared? Do you mean us harm? What are you going to do to us?
There's a lot of radio channels that are cycling through.
How many of you are here with us right now? What is your purpose in this woods? In Cannock Chase?
Male voice, take it off.
What would you like us to take off? If you'd like us to go and switch our equipment off, you just let us know and we will switch it off and we will leave. Do you want us gone? Shall we stay? Are you still here with us? Is anybody still here?
You're not safe, female voice.
Should we leave? Why are we not safe? Ooh, well that was interesting.
I'm using the Ghost Tube app now, which we've had a little bit of responses from before. Gave us the word invisible pretty much as soon as we set up earlier. If there is a spirit with us at all, if you say something to us, there's a chance we might be able to understand you through the device that I've got. So if you have anything to tell us, such as your name, or how many of you there are, then please let us know. Okay guys, well that concludes episode 1 of Chasing Legends, exclusive for Paranormal in History with me, John, and my partner in crime, Forrest. It's been an interesting one, hasn't it, Forrest? And I think we'll do what we did last time and have a little catch-up chat to discuss what we've experienced tonight. It's been very unusual, hasn't it? And Forrest has injured herself as well.
I've got a double injury on the same foot now.
Oh no.
However, we're alive.
Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah, I don't know what was going on tonight. I just feel a little bit unsettled. It's not a nice woods at all.
No.
Forest loves the forest, but this forest can go do one.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll find a better section next time. I still enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's fun.
Every time you come out, it's different, isn't it? But yeah, just something not right, something not sitting right with me here tonight. So
yeah, we've definitely got a vibe, and we're checking out. So until next time. We're actually on our second episode filming, and we haven't had a chance to really catch up, have we, since the first one?
no, we legged it.
It was pretty scary, actually. It was not comfortable. In terms of evidence, what do you reckon about what we got?
Well, it was pretty quiet without the equipment, hence why we did a bit more equipment than we have done. But there there wasn't a lot coming through, was there? We sort of got a rush of voices on the ghost box, and then not a lot, and then another quick rush of voices on the ghost box. We didn't really pick anything up on the EVP, but only did one, because again it was a very awkward situation. There was a lot of late night adult entertainment in the car parks, and they were close by, so we didn't feel settled, did we?
No, we've done well at picking car parks so far, I think.
Yeah.
It seems that the best places for paranormal are also the best places for extracurricular Saturday night activities as well. So,
at least it's a Friday night tonight, so
I think for me, the evidence was really good on the ghost box for the responses we got. It was really interesting. I was on edge because of what we'd seen in those previous woods, and also what we'd been talking about as well. Because what we found out was the very first time we went to Cannock Chase, it's like a preliminary episode, wasn't it? Just to kind of test the waters a bit. And we got drawn to that random structure in the woods where no paths led to it. And we found out that from where we were, we could have thrown a stone to where little Christine's body was found, couldn't we?
Yeah.
And we were really shocked when we found out, because we didn't know, well, I didn't know about the murders before we went there.
No, and we were both drawn there. We both were pulled completely off the path. So, yeah, I mean, things like that don't really happen very often, and it does make me question, you know, what humans can pick up on.
Yeah.
When things like that.
It makes me wonder if that's why no paths lead there. Like, do they actively, if a body's dumped somewhere, do they actively try and close off paths and let it grow over and stuff? Because
I suppose if the media knew about it and it was in the newspapers, people, you know, it's got the pinpoint, hasn't it? So you would, back in the 60s, have people going and getting the photos, I suppose. So they probably cordoned it off and let it overgrow like that.
Yeah. So I was on edge because we'd been talking about that. And also the freaky shit that we saw in those woods. the kid's karate belt hanging off a branch was the worst thing for me by far. And
the fact that I sort of thought, what's this? Because it was dusk, it was getting dark, and I sort of pulled it and went, oh.
Your fingerprints are on it now.
DNA's on that now, Jesus. But the voice that came through the ghost box, I think, was the most memorable one for me.
Well, it was Bert, wasn't it? That was his name.
Yeah, and I said to you when you got the headphones on, we're not scared of you. You went, you should be, and I was like, ooh.
You see,
right.
I probably said it more aggressively than I heard it, because to me it sounded jovial. It was like you will be kind of thing. It was not.
I think because you got the headphones on, you speak.
You
louder,
shout it out there.
Yeah, that was Jon's assertive voice. Like, I'm not used to hearing that.
Someone a busy person in an airport on a mobile phone kind of voice. Oh, that was a loud mosquito.
Oh my. Yeah, we'll probably get munched on, but you know.
So for me, it wasn't a menacing voice that I heard. It was like a joke, as if it was somebody just going, "You will be," but I didn't know to what that was responding to. But it wasn't long after that, I think, that a female voice came through and said, "You're not safe."
Yeah, and you said that was quite a caring voice, not a scary voice, didn't you? So,
yeah, but then I thought if that was a spirit coming through to say that, maybe it was because of actual people. We weren't safe because of real people around.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a spirit. So,
but again, that sort of shows the different experiences we can have even when we're together. Is the fact that you're hearing jovial voices and I'm hearing "you will be," and I'm like, oh God, that's put me in a different headspace. Whereas, you know, Jon was just there going, why is she so scared? It was a nice voice. It didn't sound nice to me.
It was an interesting thing for psychology as well, I think, because we were both on edge. I think that kind of altered our perception of what was happening. So every time a branch or a twig fell from a tree, it was like,
is there a dodgy person around rather than anything paranormal, you know? And,
you know, we're in a woods for each of these episodes, and there's a lot of natural sounds around, and it's easy to forget that, I think, when you're in that zone.
For sure.
But would you go back to Pars Warren to do an investigation?
I wouldn't want to. I couldn't wait to get out of there, to be honest. It was the only investigation I've done that I just felt like, no, I'm done. I just don't want to be here. And it wasn't because I was scared. I just felt really uncomfortable and awkward and just like, yeah, let's just do what we've got to do and get out.
Yeah.
I would go back there if they eradicated all adult activity and there was police patrols, or they put the barriers over the car parks at least, so there wasn't a collection of how many cars, about 6 cars there.
Yeah.
I'm not interested. It was just awkward. So yeah, I'd probably go back there if there was less human activity.
Yeah, and eventually we're going to be caught in the middle of it when police do show
Yeah.
up.
I've got 6 layers on, mate. Nothing's happening here.
This is why I've asked for ID cards. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was a good episode, I think.
Ooh, good yellow.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, let's get on with filming episode 2, Forrest, and hopefully it's a bit of a more relaxed night.
Yeah, it's going to be good tonight. I've got a good vibe tonight. We're protected. Yeah, I'm cool. I've seen a bunny. It's all good.
Yay. Cool. Well, thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you for the next one.